Here's another subject men rarely touch on, and it's prostate cancer. Now, if you're over 50, especially male, do go and get yourself checked out. You can do so by asking your own doctor for a screening. Have a look and have a listen at this harrowing story from Sky News' Dermot Murnahan. He talks us through his diagnosis, and it's there for all to see. Everyone over 50 should get screened. Have a look at this. Don't forget to like, share, do subscribe, and do tell a friend.
To see how it's gone, but yeah, feeling pretty good.
How was the chemo?
I wouldn't recommend it. Put it that way. Now, I mean,
sure.
it's as anyone who's gone through it or going through it knows. I mean, people react differently to it. It's hard, but the one thing is you feel that you are actively doing something in the hands of wonderful medical professionals who know what they're doing, and you're kicking back. There's kind of a bit of a psychological gap now that it's stopped. You think, well, oh, what do I do now? But I'm in the waiting and seeing phase, waiting to see how much it's achieved, hopefully.
So today, 60 cancer charities have come together. A huge number of our top cancer charities are coming together to call on the government to bring in a series of measures to improve cancer care in this country as the government prepares to lay out its plans later this year. And one of the issues they're highlighting is improving screening programmes. So tell us a bit about your own experience.
Yeah.
How did you find out your diagnosis?
I mean, that's particularly pertinent when it comes to prostate cancer because there is no formal screening programme, i.e. proactive on the behalf of the NHS when it comes to men wanting to be screened. They do have a right to be screened, but they actually have to ask for it rather than be offered it, as so often happens with other cancers. So in my own case, I fell through those gaps. I mean, I foolishly and sat in your position for many years, speaking to people about this very issue and talking about men, particularly over the age of 50, men in high-risk groups who may have a history of it in their family, to go and ask for the screening. And I kept thinking, once I got over that age, I'll go and do that. I'm hearing what's saying, but I'm fine. The other telltale sign is, of course, symptoms. And I think most people know what they are. Frequent urination in the evening is a particular one at night time. But I didn't have any of that. So I kept thinking, OK, well, I'll get round to it. Life intervenes, jobs, children, holiday, all kinds of things. And I never did. So, what happened was at the end of last year, I fell very ill on a foreign holiday and, kind of rushed back here to get treated by a wonderful health service and was diagnosed, real bulk from the blue.
Now, so Chris Hoy went through the same thing as you. He's had the same diagnosis. He got in contact with you, didn't he? When you announced your news?
I don't. In the confusion, the miasma of the shock of the diagnosis. At some point, a call came in from Sir Chris, who I'd met. I'd interviewed him a few times other side of the desk through cycling and Team GB and all that success. And the phone rang and it went, "Hi, Dermot, it's Chris here." And I thought, nice Scottish accent. I don't know a Scottish Chris. Chris Hoy, I went, bloody hell, Chris, lovely to talk to you. He talked me through it. We've been in regular contact, and he's kind of a year further down the track in terms of the treatment programme. We're both on a similar one, and he talked me through it.
And he's organising a cycle ride that he's convinced you to take part in.
Yeah,
Tell us about it.
The problem is with talking to someone like Chris. As you know, I've ridden a bicycle to commute for many a year. But he's Chris Hoy in his own category. He said, "Come along and do this ride with me." I went, "Yeah, Chris, of course I will." It's 90 kilometres. There are different routes, and it's for anyone affected by stage 4 cancer, any cancer, or indeed cancers. You don't have to be a sufferer. It's the families as well. It's to raise huge amounts of money for some wonderful charities.
How's the training going then?
Yeah, don't even ask. I've got a car here. I should have come on a bike.
Your advice to men of a certain age
is demand it. Go and demand it. Particularly in those categories. Over 50, yes, get round to it, but get round to it pretty soon. Once you cross that milestone, go and demand it. Your GP will eventually give you one. If there's a history of prostate cancer